Gedig 3 is Sterrekyker deur Fransie Greyling. 'n sterrekyker is a stargazer. So somebody that spends their time looking at the stars. Let's have a look at the title of this poem. Reg, die titel van hierdie gedig verwys na 'n astroloog, an astrologer. This is somebody that predicts the future, voorspel die toekoms deur na die posisie van die sterre te kyk, by looking at the position of the stars. It can also be an astronomer, an astronoom, who is someone that simply studies the stars and the galaxy. Die spreker, ek, in the poem, when we refer to ek, is 'n meisie wat briewe skryf aan die man op die maan. So just to mention here, die man op die maan is nie 'n regte man nie. Dis figuurlike taalgebruik, figuratively speaking, the different shapes and shadows on the moon, which makes it appear like the man on the moon. Reg. Sy rol dan hierdie brief op, sit dit in 'n koker, which is a quiver that we keep arrows in, en dan skiet sy hierdie brief met 'n pyl in die lug op. Dit trek deur die sterre, draai om die maan en saai 1000 briewe. Dan wonder sy of die man op die maan of dalk iemand anders hierdie briewe lees. Die tema in hierdie gedig is reis en verwondering, wonderment, verwondering. Reg. Die bou van die gedig, it's a very informal poem, en dit is vrye vers, so daar is wel enkele rymwoorde, but no specific rhyming structure. En jambemente word gebruik om die gedig saam te bind as 'n eenheid. Goed, let's jump into the poem and see what it is all about. Ek skryf 'n brief aan die man op die maan, bladsye en bladsye vol. Ek rol dit op in 'n koker, bind dit aan 'n pyl en skiet dit met 'n wilgerboog dat dit die lug in seil. Goed, so ek is die spreker en dit is dan nou die meisie wat hierdie briewe skryf. Sy skryf die briewe aan die man op die maan, wat ons reeds gesê het, is figuurlike taalgebruik en dit kan wees 'n geliefde vir wie sy skryf, 'n loved one, of dit kan 'n vriend wees, 'n friend that she wants to talk to. Bladsye en bladsye vol. Can you see the repetition here? Dit herhaal. Met ander woorde, hierdie brief is lank. It is a long letter. Daar is baie detail in hierdie brief. Met ander woorde, haar probleem is groot en sy wil graag met iemand daaroor praat. She wants to talk to somebody about her problems. Ek rol dit in 'n koker op. Remember, a koker is a quiver. So she puts the letter inside the quiver en dan bind sy dit aan 'n pyl. So sy sit hom binne in die koker om die brief veilig te hou, to keep the letter safe, so that it doesn't go missing, om die brief veilig te hou. Bind dit aan 'n pyl, she ties it to the arrow, en dan skiet sy dit op in die hemel. So die brief word saam met die pyl in die lug opgeskiet. Saam met die pyl in die lug opgeskiet. Met 'n wilgerboog. Nou 'n wilgerboog kom van 'n wilgerboom af. It is the branch of a willow tree. And a willow tree symbolizes stability, stabiliteit, reg? Also the branches are soft and they can bend easy. Dit wys ook vir ons op innerlike krag. Alright? So she has an inner strength, and that gives her the courage to send this letter to the man on the moon. Kom ons gaan aan. Stabiliteit en balans. Balance. Reg. Sodat dit die lug in seil. So dit gaan hoog in die lug in. Met ander woorde, dit is suksesvol. Die brief is gestuur. The letter has been sent successfully. Goed. Ek sien hoe dit deur die sterre trek. I see how it goes through the stars. En om die maan gaan draai. En al verder deur die donker lug 1000 briewe saai. So sy sien hoe dit deur die sterre trek. Met ander woorde, die brief is afgelewer. The letter has been delivered. But what she notices then is dat hy deur die sterre trek. It travels through the stars, but then it goes around the moon. In other words, it misses the target. Hy mis die teiken. Reg, teiken is a target. It was intended for the moon, but it goes further than the moon. Al further, deur die donker lug, and this is in the sky, which is dark, because there are stars. En dan word die een brief 1000 briewe. So een brief, one letter, becomes 1000 letters. And there's a couple of things that we can say about this. 1000 briewe saai. This is a metaphor. 'n metafoor. So die brief word vergelyk met sade wat gesaai word. Seed that gets sown. Sade, seed. Reg, wat gesaai word, en dit word 1000 briewe. So om 1000 briewe te word, 1000 letters, dit noem ons 'n hyperbool, hyperbole in English. En dit noem ons in Afrikaans 'n oordrywing. It is an exaggeration. It doesn't literally become 1000 letters. It just once again emphasizes the fact that there's a lot of detail inside this letter. Remember how she said bladsye en bladsye vol? So there's a lot of detail. It's a long letter that she wrote. Reg. Goed. So dit lyk nie of die man op die maan die brief gekry het nie. Nou wonder ek, en wonder jy, het hy ooit sy pos gekry? Of sou daar iemand anders wees wat al die briewe dalk nou lees? So hier kry ons 'n klein wending, hierdie woord, nou, and now. So dit gee vir ons 'n klein wending, a small change in the poem, en ook 'n tydsverskuiwing. There's some time that has lapsed. Some time that has lapsed. En wonder jy, do you see these two aandagstreepies? Ons noem die deel wat tussen dit staan, noem ons 'n parentese. En dit gee vir ons ekstra inligting. It gives us extra information. So not only does the speaker wonder ek, she also involves us as the reader. En wonder jy. This is also a rhetorical question. this one here with a question mark, as well as the last line. So hierdie twee is 'n retoriese vraag, rhetorical question, which means that the speaker does not expect an answer. Sy verwag nie 'n antwoord nie. But she is involving us as the reader with her thoughts. Reg. So now she is wondering, het hy ooit sy pos gekry? Did the man on the moon get his letter? Or is there perhaps someone else that is now reading all of these letters? This can be seen in two different ways. So die persoon, the loved one or the friend, that was supposed to give her peace of mind, gemoedsrus. So die persoon wat vir haar gemoedsrus moes gee, het nie die boodskap gekry nie. Reg? So the person that was supposed to give her peace of mind did not get the message. We can also use this as a metaphor for a message that has gone viral on social media, op sosiale media. Reg. So if you think to yourself, a message or a video that goes viral on social media, that quite literally actually takes together the fact of this one letter becoming 1,000 letters. So it doesn't necessarily reach the person that it was supposed to reach, but a whole lot of other people that are now watching it and forming their own opinions. So the sender doesn't necessarily get the peace of mind that they were looking for. Also go and have a look at the notes and the questions that you find in Spruk and Sprook. I have added some examples here which you can look at the screen right now. Voorbeeld vrae, en dit gaan van nommer 1. You can pause your screen on this one and then answer the questions first. There's 2 slides with questions all the way to number 11, and then please answer the questions before you look at the answers, which you will find on the next 2 slides, and then your reference that you can look at for this one is also in your textbook, Spruk of Sprook en ander gedigte, and please refer to the answers in that book as well. Thank you.